Hey gang, the good folks at Glarry Music asked me to review a couple of their products, and I just got something in the mail today. So let's have a look at it. I'll do the unboxing now, and later on we'll do something else with it, maybe play it a little bit. But I just wanted to do the whole unboxing. So literally, this is what came. Whoops. This is what came in the mail. This is how it came. So that's the packaging. All right, it's pretty light. So anyway, let's open it up. Okay. So that's it, and it all comes open. Let's see what we got. So first things first, I got a little gig bag. I think that this retails, my guess is that this retails, certainly it retails at under $100. I don't even know what I'm getting. It looks like a guitar, but they chose it sort of for me. I gave several choices, so we'll see. But this is a guitar-sized gig bag. It's really more of a dust cover sort of gig bag. And let's see what else we got. So this is the rest of what came. It looks like a Tele style thing here. Comes with a little guitar cord, right? Guitar cable. It's one of the cheaper kind, but it's kind of a nice touch. Has that. Also kind of nice, a little strap, cheap strap, and a pick. But the point is, you get all of it there. Pretty nice, actually. All right, let's have a look at the guitar. So obviously it wasn't the most sort of bulletproof packaging, but let's see if it mattered. This was also just left outside of my door. Okay, well, it certainly is a T-style guitar. My God, this is like 5 pounds. It's super duper light. So I don't know what they made this out of. Press board. It's lighter than basswood though, but it looks pretty good. Let's have a look at it. So finish looks pretty good. The neck, it's a maple neck. Looks okay. Fretwork is about what you'd expect. There's no obviously super sharp frets, but it's there. This is a little bit rough right there. Not the greatest machine heads, kind of stack, bottom of the line, but who knows if they're good or not. We'll see when we plug it in. That's the hardware. It's not the most expensive hardware, but looks like it might do the job. I think this is around $70 on their website. I'll give you an exact price a little bit later, but at least first impressions are finish looks good. It's put in pretty well there. It's actually not set up too horribly. Neck feels pretty comfortable. Let's see how it sounds when we plug it in, and then we'll test out some of these other things. All right? Oh, yeah. Cheap nut. Of course, we expect a plastic nut there. Okay, gang, I've now further inspected, and we're ready to do a head-to-head comparison with the Squier Affinity Tele. Now, the Glarry, I think I'm going to say Glarry throughout this. The Glarry guitar, $85.99 shipped to your home as of January 22nd, 2020. It's amazing that you can get a playable guitar. By the way, more on that in just a bit. For that sort of money, really is. And the Squier, $199. Again, these are both new prices. $199 shipped to your home in the US. This is all US. So the comparison is about double the price. $100 more, a little bit more than that, $110 more, $120 more than this is. $85, $85.99 for this. Okay, so we'll compare the sounds in just a second, but I do want to compare some of the features first. First of all, I mentioned how light this guitar is. This is an amazingly light guitar. It's a bit neck heavy compared to the Squier, so that's something to consider. But for a young person, maybe the lightness is a good thing. Okay. Second thing is when I first unboxed it, I didn't notice this, but
when I went to go and play it, I did. I noticed a few things. First of all, the input jack totally loose, couldn't even put in the thing, had to tighten it up. The normal tool that I use to tighten that bolt didn't fit, so it's an odd fit. It took me all of 5 minutes, and it wasn't that difficult, but I had to do it. Okay, so once I did that, so that was something I need to fix. Second thing is that the intonation was so far off, and I'll show you the bridge. And you can see it's farther back than it was before. This is a vintage style bridge. It intonated well, it dialed in fairly easily, so that's good, but you'd have to know how to do that, right? Not everybody knows how to do that. I'm just going to say that in passing. If you're buying this as a beginner guitar, or you're buying it as a present for somebody as a beginner guitar, I would have been delighted to get this years ago, no question about it. But I wouldn't have been delighted to have it be all out of tune. And let me tell you, it was out of tune up here. It really couldn't be compared at all. So I had to intonate it. Once that was done, dialed in perfectly nice. So it plays pretty well now. I did check the bow on the neck, or the relief on the neck, and the neck relief was good, and the action's pretty good, so I just had to dial in the intonation. So that's not so bad, really. Think about it. The fretwork, people always like to talk about the fretwork and does it have sharp fret ends. I actually don't care on these cheaper guitars because I can just take a foam sander and just take all that off and make it nice and smooth, and I don't really worry about the finish on the side of the neck. That is not something I would do with an expensive guitar. I just wouldn't do it. But with this, I have no problem with that. You just get a fine grain foam sander. You can take that stuff off in a matter of 10 minutes. It's a smooth neck. I will say, however, it's a thick neck compared to this. So it's a chunkier neck. Again, if you're a beginner, that may be an issue. With an experienced player, that doesn't matter so much. But with a beginner or with a child, that might be an issue. So it's just something to keep in mind. All right, well, now it's time to compare the sounds. So let's give this a try. We're going to try clean sounds first, and I'll just kind of go through all the pickups, and then, well, we'll let you know what they sound like, okay? And we'll, excuse me, we'll do a head-to-head using exactly the same settings. Okay, so here we go. Here is the neck pickup. Let's go to the middle position here. All right, let's go to the bridge position. Bridge position's got to have some Tele scream on it, so let's try some of that. All right, so that's how it sounds clean. Now let's compare it to the Squier. Okay, here's the Squier neck position. Middle position. Bridge position. And let's get a similar sort of Tele scream or whatever. Okay, so this is a moderate sort of crunchy tone, and again, let's go through the pickups. All right, so this is the neck pickup. Middle position. And now the bridge position. All right, now let's compare it to the Squier. Here's the neck position. Here's the middle position. And the bridge position. Okay, so bottom line is this a good deal? Well, $86, $85.99, excuse me, shipped to your door. It's really remarkable that you can get a, truth be told, this is a playable guitar. If somebody handed me this on stage, I could make it through the set, it'd be okay. And now, it did have a couple of things that were wrong with it, sure. You know, the input jack, but that's minor, I think. That can be fixed. The intonation is not as minor because not everybody's going to know how to do that. And I have to say, if you're going to get this for a beginner or for a kid, for a present or something, the thick neck, it'd be nicer to have a thinner neck because it's a good initiation into the instrument to not have to struggle at all with that. So I'd say those are the two main drawbacks. But again, you know, for $85, $86, it's hard to beat. It sounded okay. I don't think it sounded great. The pickups did not sound great. And you know, the hardware machine heads are pretty awful. The nut is, you know, it's a plastic nut. The fretwork isn't particularly great, but geez, you know, for $86, what do you expect, really? It's a decent bridge. Everything works on it, right? So that's pretty darn good. So I would say it's a pretty good deal for $86. Now, the real question is, okay, so it's a great deal for $86, or it's a good deal for $86. Is it a good deal for $150? Well, at that point, I'd say I would hold off and get this. I think personally, this I think is a better sounding guitar. It's a better playing guitar. It feels better playing it. And for the beginner, it does have a much thinner neck, which is good. And it came completely set up, which is a bonus. I think that this would just be a better deal. I can't speak to Fireflies or Harley Bentons or anything like that, which are more at that $150 price range. But I think if you were going to pay $150, I'd wait a little bit and get this as opposed to getting this. But for an absolute beginner guitar, super lightweight, playable, I just can't believe you can get a guitar for 86 bucks shipped to your house in the US. It's pretty amazing, and it works. Everything works, sounds okay. So anyway, so there you are, Glarry Telecaster. This one is going to be donated to the local school, and hopefully they'll enjoy it and get some good use out of it. So that's what I'm going to do with this one now that it's nicely set up. And yeah, so that's another good thing you could do. You can gift it to a school. All right, we'll see you on down the road.